All right, so what's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? You're welcome to this very section. So we're heading to PLP again. So in our last section, if you check the screen, you can see that our tabs are still same, meaning this is still the same day. All right, so I have some important links here. So I don't know, I might actually add this link to the description. So check the description, it might actually be there to have access to our WhatsApp section, Telegram section, our Telegram page, WhatsApp page, and yeah, this particular YouTube page that you're seeing this video. And yes, so let's continue. All right. Where is it? Okay, so this is where we stopped the last time. So we're heading here, and then now we're going back to our dashboard, and then to check for the one to go to next. All right, so we've got 33 for Python, 25 for database, 0 for this guy, and 25 for website development. So but then we can see we have database here for next tomorrow, Thursday. So we're going to do database then. All right, so have we done week 2 database? I think yes, we have. Of course we have. Come in, check home. Show more database for week 2. Okay, week 2 database. Yeah, we've done it. So we can go to week 3, and now the quiz weekly code challenge. We can do that, but we're not going to waste our time on that. Okay, so week 3 quiz, click on it. Oh, I thought I've clicked on it, sorry. Okay. Now this is a quiz for database design and programming with SQL. So, and we have 5 questions. We have 15 minutes to answer 5 questions, and then we have 40% mark. So are we ready for the quiz? All right. So I want to say something just now, I've forgotten. Okay, what is the function of a select statement in SQL? A, to add new data into a table. B, to retrieve data from a table. C, to remove data from a table. D, to modify existing data in a table. So while this should be cheap to us, those of you that have been taking my class, you can't tell me you don't know the answer of this. We use like select almost every time. So, and that's because the select statement is in SQL is used to retrieve data from a table. You know, when you pick the table with select, then you can now call out what you want to retrieve from that table. So the answer is B, to retrieve a data from a table. All right, so question 2. What is the function of an insert statement in SQL? To retrieve data from a database, to remove data from a table, to add new data into a table, to modify existing data in a table. So even the word insert has sold it off already. Like the word insert already sold it. So because the insert statement is actually used when you want to add new data into a table. So it's to add new data into a table. All right, then we have the next one. Question 3. What is the function of a delete statement in SQL? A, to retrieve data from a database. B, to modify existing data in a table. C, to remove data from a table. D, to add a new data into a table. These questions are actually cheap. I don't know if it is cheap also to you guys, but this is cheap. Like, are you kidding me right now? So it's actually to remove. Can someone actually create a function called delete to add something or to modify? So it's to remove. Delete only have one word, to remove, because retrieve is select. To retrieve you use select, then to modify you use update, and to add you use insert. So definitely it's actually very obvious. Okay. Wait, I hope I picked remove. To remove. because I don't want to finish and then discover I picked the wrong answer after still getting it, because something relating to that has happened to me some times ago. Alright, question 4. What is the function of an update statement in SQL? A, to add a new data into a table. B, to remove data from a table. C, to retrieve data from a table. And D, to modify existing data in a table. So as you guys actually heard me say then that it is just to modify when I was talking about the former one there. So the update statement is used to like modify existing data in a table. So the correct answer is to modify existing data in a table. Alright, yes, so this is more like a question now. What does atomicity mean in the context of a database transaction? A transaction is processed in isolation from other transactions. B, a transaction is either fully completed or fully rolled back without partial completion. C, a transaction can be split into multiple smaller transactions. D, a transaction is always consistent and never fails. So, atomicity actually in the acid properties. So in acid properties of transaction, so like atomicity means like a transaction is treated as like a single like indivisible unit. So either all its operation like succeeds or none of them even take effect or roll back. So there is no half done transaction. So the correct answer is clearly like this particular B here, this one, because like the isolation for this particular one, isolation, so that's like another like acid property transaction, so it actually doesn't interfere. All right, and then for this particular guy here that said it can be split, so it is wrong because atomicity actually prevents splitting, you get. And then for here, the consistent has already killed everything. So consistent like also part of like acid, but it's not like atomicity specifically. So but the initial context of like atomicity in a database transaction is like a transaction that is either fully completed or fully rolled back without partial completion. There's nothing like half was done or half is not done, something thereabout. So let's just submit this and then get 100/100 as usual. So that's it. So we can continue learning. So very satisfactory. Very satisfactory. Very satisfactory. Very satisfactory. All right. So I think this is our assignment popping up the task. All right. Okay. This one has deadline. Jesus. What's today? 19. My God. All assignments must be submitted by Wednesday, 5:00 p.m. EAT, which will be 3:00 for West Africans. Late submissions will not be reviewed. Hey, away. Complete the assignments in the SailDB database provided in week 2. Do not create a new database. Follow the given question. Do not create your own question for this assignment. Looks like some people have been creating their own questions, right? Submit the correct link. Any submission link that does not match the one provided by the trainer will not be reviewed. So assignment submission guidelines: use the provided repository only. Do not create a new repository and so on and so forth. Okay. No problems. So let's go and grab our assignments repository. Okay, so I'm going to open this in a new tab. So pardon me, let me quickly close the door because I don't know what this one I'm making noise here. Close the door. All right. So I've closed the doors. All right. So PLP join the classroom, blah blah blah. So let's just skip this step. Skip. We're going to skip this. All right, so it says accept the assignment. Week 3, once you accept this assignment, you'll be granted access to like the repository, yada yada yada, and yeah, that's what we want, right? So we're going to accept the assignments. Okay, now we're waiting for it to create the listing for us. Okay, so it's right here. So it says you've accepted this assignment with week 3, and then this is our repository that has been created. So I'm going to just click here now, click here, and then it's going to bring me to the directory that has been created already. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just do the same thing that we've done before, right? So I'm just going to come to the code here, come to the code, copy. After copying the code, then now we can read through and then see what we are asked to do. Okay. Okay. Where is the assignment questions now? Okay, question 1. It says write an SQL statement to create a table named student with the following columns: ID, an integer and the primary key, full name, a text field with maximum number of 100 characters, age. Question 2, write an SQL statement to insert at least 3 records into the student table. And question 3, write an SQL statement to update the age of the student with ID to 20 in the student table. Okay. All right, this is going to be very, very cheap. So once again, for those of you that has been taking my class, you should be familiar with this. So 2 things now I have to do, I have to rush things because my PC is actually on low battery now, so I have to rush things. And then I've gone through the questions and I see that it's actually something quite cheap. So now let's go back, grab this code again. If you've not copied yours, copy it again, minimize this. Okay, I'm going to cancel all this again. I'm going to cancel this, then cancel this also, then open here and then bring out a new terminal. Okay, no, sorry, right click on my VS Code icon here. So I've cancelled the VS Code, I'm starting all over again, new window, and then I'm going to grab my desktop again. So I don't want to start creating all this open folder. So at the left side here, I'm going to grab my desktop again, then grab the desktop and then select folder. All right, so I'm here in the desktop again, so I need me a terminal. Going to grab me a terminal, new terminal, then I prefer the bash terminal. Okay, git bash, then delete PowerShell. All right, so my bash terminal is has finished loading, and then as you can see, I'm in my desktop folder here, desktop. So, and then at the right hand side too, you can see everything that I have in my desktop here. So what I'm just going to do is git clone, then right click again, then this is my link, so I'm going to clone inside my link right here. Okay, so then I'm going to look for week 3 God's favor, week 3 God's favor. Okay, no, not this one, week 3 God's favor. All right, so now I'm going to change my directory inside of it. So cd Wk-3, week 3, then God's favor, leveler key, enter. Then list, I'm going to list to confirm yes, it's actually the one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say code. I'm going to open the files using VS Code. So code, no, before I use code to open this, let's first open the readme, right? So I can say code readme, code readme.md. enter. So it has opened it at the top here, as you can see up here. So I'm going to also open code answer.sql, enter. So it's going to open it here. All right, so we've got both. All right, so I can close this. So, and the other thing I'll just do is git add, and I'm not sending it yet. Don't do this. I just kept it there. So I'm going to return this down here. Okay, so the question again. So write all your SQL queries in the answer.sql file. Answer each question concisely and ensure your queries are clear and correct. Structure your response clearly. All right, so question 1 says write an SQL to create a table. Okay, ID, full name, age, names, and the primary key, text field. All right. All right, so what we're going to do here is actually very simple. So we asked to create a table, right? So I'm going to first give a comment right here. So I'm going to break it down. So I'm going to create the student table with ID, full name, full name, and age. Okay, then the next one, write an SQL statement to insert at least 3 records inside. Okay, so this has been modified. U untracked, M modified. As you can see at the end of the word there, modified. Okay, here we are. So let me just say insert at least 3 records into the student table. Okay, and the next one, okay, so update the age of the student with the ID of 2 to 20. Alright, so now let's start with the first one. Okay, so the first one says to create the student table with ID, full name, and age. Alright, so I'm going to create, I'm supposed to use uppercase, so create table. So if you use lowercase, it's definitely going to work, but it's just good to maintain that what's it called, the end of statements, then in between the statements, I can now say, to maintain a good writing format. All right, so for ID, I'll be grabbing it as integers, and then just as was said, primary key. So yeah, an integer and the primary key. So then here a text field with the maximum of 100 characters. So to be able to set limit for the full name, right? Yeah, full name. So for the full name, for the full name. So for the full name here, so if I set it to text can take as many space as possible, but to set limit of just 100 characters, I need to use variable character limit. So I need to set a variable character limit of 100. Okay, then what's the next one again? Age. Okay, to grab their age. And then what was said about the age again? an integer. That's all. Just add int, and that's it. Okay, so that's it, and we are done with the first table. Either you like it or yes. That's it. First table done and dusted. So we're going to the next table. So here we are asked to insert at least 3 records into the student table. Okay, so insert, we use insert to. So insert into students, insert into students, then respectively their ID, the full name, and the age. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to here first give the value that I want to add, right? So which the value the values are going to be let me tab it forward. So the first one is going to be ID. So remember, that's why these people said that in this thing here they said, oh, where is it? I don't think they wrote it here again. Okay, let's go back to this place to explain sharp. My battery is not it's not by my side. That guy is ready to drop me out anytime. So they said, do not create your own question for this assignment. So that's why you see here I'm supposed to add auto increment so that the ID will be generated automatically by itself, but we are not asked to do so. So we are going to add it by ourselves. ID 1, and then I can say, what do I add in my this thing now? Let me get just a random name. Okay, let's start with myself. Let's say God favor. That's capital letter for everything. Just right. In fact, let's even just use anything. Let me say James Smith. I think there's somebody called James Smith. That name is familiar, right? Then say 10. Okay, then here I can add this and then add another person. So but instead of doing this, I can just ALT shift down, right? I want to add at least 3 records, which means I can even add up to 4, at least 3. So but I'm going to add 3. Don't worry, let's just add 3. So you can add as many as you want. So okay, let's change this to my name. God's favor, and then just say maybe 1, or let's say 11. So here we are adding this thing by ourselves. So ID 3, then this should be over rogue. Then this one is 12. All right, so that's it. I've added 3 records. Okay, so okay, just leave it there. Okay, so now I'm done with this guys here. So this is the first one, then a comma, the second one, comma, the top. Okay, the end of statements. I forgot to add the semicolon for end of statement here. So this is where the statement ends. Thank God I was even able to see this. Okay, so now let's add on. All right, so question 3 is update the age of the student with ID 2 to 20. So let's let's set the students of ID 2 to 3. All right, so we can say update students. All right, so I can continue writing it and like this, like incorrect this and then say set like in straight line, but it is best to just follow like sequences that are easier to understand. So yeah, we just say set. So it's the same thing even if you break it down to the next line, as long as you haven't had like an ending statement, this thing here is still going to read everything like same line as same line. All right, set age equals 20, then where id, we know those things now. So where, is it not id we have to use to pick it, or is id now id 2? So where id equals 2, and then end of statement. So that's everything for this what's it called here, for this this thing here. So this our table right here. So, and yeah, I think that's all. So let's quickly just push this so before my PC will run out. Okay, so let's grab the terminal again. All right, so my terminal. All right, so remove this. All right, so this is my terminal. All right, so git add, then git, let me even use the commit of that my last one. Git commit, which one is new commit again? Okay, git commit commit my SQL assignment, then post this, and then git push universal or user origin main, and that's it. So minimize this, minimize this way, and then no, where is it? Okay, so this is it. So let me open this. So it should have something inside now. So this should have something inside now. This call is going to affect my network. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, please, can I call you back? I'm actually like in a session, sir. I'm in a class.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. I'll call you back immediately I'm done, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, so we should be back online now. Alright, so yes, so everything is inside. So there's something I need to show you guys. I don't know, this is illegal. Don't come here. Are you getting me now? Don't ever come here by yourself. So but here in the main YML here, this is what is used to mark our assignments. Alright, this is the code that has been sent to mark our assignment. So there's a particular day this is going to be triggered to mark our assignment. So that's why you are asked to submit your assignments before this thing will actually check for your assignments to mark them. Okay, so this is just like the workflow, this thing that is like marking the assignments here. This is what is checking if a particular command is available, like this. Check create, if not exists, like says this is to check if create database exists. If not exists, then do something, blah blah blah, execute, all those things. So this is what they're using to mark. So while I am just here showing you what you're not supposed to do, I'm supposed to just come back here and then refresh. Then I should see initial commits, my SQL assignment. Then copy this code, then go back to PLP, finish assignment, paste it inside, and then submit. Alright, so and then I can unlock for week 4. Alright, so before I continue, for those who might actually want to solve, be waiting to solve the web development. So for web development class, so please, you guys will have to like hold on a little, just I don't know, let's just hope even the assignments and the web development has not like passed submission dates. But anyways, that's it. I'm going to once again a huge shout out to our 87 subscribers. We appreciate your support, and yeah, we're going to see you in the next update. So let me quickly edit this updates and then upload so that you guys can have access to it, because the deadline is very near. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining until the end of the session. I remain my humble self, Cohort Abraham, and I'll see you in the next section.